So today is day 4 of our devotions. I know I talked about how in the beginning, like all the devotionals that I chose to speak on were just very near and dear. But this one is so special to me because oftentimes we miss this. So today's devotional is Know Your Worth. And so many times we look for men to validate us. We look for women to validate us. We look for cars and the material things to just make us who we are, so to speak. But I'm here to tell you that you got to know deep within inside yourself who you are and whose you are. And that makes the difference right there. When you know your worth, no one else can make you feel worthless. They can't make you feel useless. They can't make you feel like you less than. And this is the part where we talk. When I talk, I say I might cry. This might be today the video that I might just break down and cry on too. But knowing your worth is so critical. It's so critical. It's something that today we got to get. Today is the day that I need you to begin to see who you are and whose you are in Christ. I remember when I was like 8 or 9, and my brother would say to my mom, I want my sister to be in pageants and commercials, and I'm like, he can't be talking about me. He must got another sister somewhere else, because he can't be talking about me. And I say that, y'all, because I lost my worth. Even as a child, I didn't know who I was. And my brother would say, I want you to be in commercials. I think you're so pretty. And I would just cry. And I would be like, not me. Even as a kid, I didn't see myself worthy of being on TV or auditioning for infomercials, because I didn't know who I were. And he seen something in me that I didn't even see in myself. And I would run to my mom and I would just cry and be like, Mom, I can't be on TV. I would look in the mirror and say, this ain't me. Like, what I'm gonna do? How am I gonna act? How am I gonna look? And my brother would he would get so upset, and he would just say, girl, you just so pretty. And I would be like, no, not me. And it would hurt his feelings so bad. And he would say, you just don't know what you are. You just don't know the beauty that you possess. And you just don't know how pretty you look. And you just don't know what I see. And I would go and I would hide, and I would look in the mirror and I would say, you're right. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't feel it. And that grew up with me. That came up with me. So when people would say, oh, you're pretty, I would be like, they must be talking to the girl behind me, because they're not talking to me, because I didn't know my worth. And it wasn't until I had my own daughter that I had to be faced with who I was and where I was going. And today I just challenge you to begin to know who you are and love you, and understand that when you know who you are in Christ, when you know that you are wonderful and fearfully made, that's amazing. That's awesome. That's real. That's the self of knowing your worth. I said in my devotional that clothes don't make you, makeup doesn't define you, cars don't give you power, and people definitely don't define your future. And oftentimes that's what we do. We walk around and we wait for people to validate who we are. We wait for people to tell us who we're supposed to be. But begin to tell yourself, I am beautiful. I am wonderful. I am fearfully made. I am cute. For a long time, I wouldn't tell myself that. For a long time, I would shy away from mirrors. I would go in the dressing room, and if it was a mirror in there, I would be like, can I go to the next dressing room? I didn't even want to see myself. I would go, after we ate dinner, I would go in the bathroom and I would regurgitate all my food back up because I wanted to be this petite girl and long hair and even though I had that, I still didn't know who I was on the inside. I didn't know who Tarmika was. And my dad sat me down one day, and I think I was about maybe 14. And he said, you carry the last name of a Palmer, you need to begin to act like it. And I said, okay. I see all these Palmers around me, and I don't know what they doing, but okay. And so I went back to my dad and I said, explain to me what that means. He said, you carry my last name. And he said, I tell you how pretty you are. I tell you how smart you are. I tell you how bright you are. So I need you to begin to see that. And I said, you know what? Okay. He brought a mirror to me, and for years I hadn't looked at a mirror, and I said, okay, I'm gonna do this. And anybody who knows me knows my dad is my life. So he brought this mirror to me. He said, look in this mirror. And I said, okay. For at least 20 minutes, I want to look in it. And he said, you're a Palmer. Look in this mirror, girl. And I said, okay, Dad, I'm going to look in it. Just bear with me a little bit. Just give me a little moment. I looked in the mirror, and he said, you are beautiful. You're worth something. If you see yourself as worth something, and nobody can see you as worthless, nobody can see you as useless, nobody can see you as not knowing your self-worth. And he said, I want you to begin to walk in your confidence, to walk in your boldness, to walk in your creativity. And we took a deep breath, because he crying, I'm crying, and I'm trying to figure out, at 14, how I'm gonna do this. But after that day, I knew my self-worth, and I'm here to tell you that it's a must before you go out and before you do anything that you know your worth. The last thing I just want to say to you is that, knowing your worth can be so powerful, and it can be so inspirational to not only you, but just people surrounded by you. And so now I wake up every morning and I'm rushing to the mirror, and I'm like, God, I'm proud that I know my worth, and I'm proud that my daddy set me down and he talked to me. And me and my brother, we were laughing about this the other day, because I was telling him about, remember how I used to be that girl who didn't want to look in the mirror, and now you can't stop me from looking in the mirror? So I just say today, just to begin to know your worth, begin to know that you are worth something, begin to see yourself as worthy, begin to see yourself as fearless, begin to see yourself as beautiful, begin to see yourself as handsome, begin to see yourself as you are the jump off, you are the kickoff. Can't nobody be better than you, because you are the one. And this is day 4 of Know Your Worth. I'm out.